good. Yes, live from the Burbank Comedy Festival.
It's Francis Cronin.
Let's see if this is working.
I'm at the festival here. It's a great privilege. Somewhat.
Start talking.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Francis Cronin, and we are at the 12th inaugural, no, the 12th annual Burbank Comedy Festival. We have many sponsors here at the festival. One is Red Bull this year because the comedy is such high stakes that people are dying of laughter.
Hi, we're trying to figure out the audio situation, and it's been fascinating. We were using StreamYard, but now we're using OBS.
OBS?
Yes, OBS, which stands for
Ob-
Operational Broadcasting Stuff.
Gosh,
Operational Broadcasting. Oh, but we're using OBS.
fascinating.
And now what we're doing is we're checking to see if the sound is a little bit better on our YouTube channel, which
What do you think? We got two microphones now.
well, we're about to find out. I'm going to run out to the other room and see what's going on. So
Are you going to run out and catch it in the latency? You catch it like two.
don't mention the link. Don't
Sorry.
mention the latency.
There's
Don't
a slight
latency.
delay so that
All right, I'll be right back.
the sensors can censor some of the stuff that I like to say. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a great privilege it is to be here at the 12th annual Burbank Comedy Festival. One of the things about it being the 12th is that it's better than the 11th. And the 13th will be even better. But the 12th, we've learned a lot over the years, and this 12th festival is it's quite a big deal.
Yes, it is a big deal. It is. The volume is. Can I tell? The volume is so much better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went to OBS. You know, we tried StreamYard, and as I'm talking about this, I think I signed up for a month-long subscription for StreamYard that starts today, which is the day we decided not to use StreamYard. So now I'm kind of mentally freaking out about that a little bit.
Now, one of the things I'm noticing about this current framing is that it's quite a wide angle, but we are having the most intimate conversation in the middle. There's a romance to
Which
it in a way.
it's like 80s television where they're always like standing so
So,
close
yeah,
together. Like, what
What do you think?
what do you think is going to happen? What do you think, Detective Crockett?
As long as
Tubbs,
we-
what do you think? I think the perp did it. I think the perp did it.
As long as we don't both look at each other at the same time, there's nothing strange about this.
Exactly. There it is. Timing.
There it is.
Timing.
So, I noticed you have Red Bull as a sponsor.
Yes,
That's
we
a-
do have. It
that's-
gives you wings.
It does give you wings, but is that because to come to the festival, it's so dangerous you could die of laughter? We had some kind of we had to get a sponsor like of that.
So that just happened, huh? That just
Yeah,
that
just
that
happened.
just came out of your mouth.
Yeah.
That just came out of your mouth.
Is it true you guys also have to sponsor Barney's Beanery? Is that true?
Yes, that's where our after party is going to be. Barney's Beanery.
I'm a big
It's-
fan of Barney's Beanery.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's it's not pretentious.
Wait a second. I like to. No, it's not pretentious. And you know what else? They also have karaoke there on a Thursday night
Right.
at 10.
At 10. Not a Wednesday night? Was it Wednesday or
Hey,
Thursday?
you know what? Sometimes they do it on a Wednesday.
I think it might actually be Wednesday night. I'm not sure. Well, we're about to find out because we're having the after party there tonight
Oh,
at
that's cool.
9:30 at Barney's Beanery.
So afterwards, karaoke.
Yeah, that's right.
Barney's Beanery is a great place to bring a person on a date, or you can also have a family meal. There's also everything with an open bar. Sorry, this is all just improv. I'm not reading. There's a bar, and also full kitchen. Up until 10 o'clock, family people can appear and enjoy the wonderful atmosphere that is Barney's Beanery.
You sound like one of those YouTube travel channel. There are plenty things to do here in Burbank, California, which was founded by Dave Burbank, a dentist. That's a Patton Oswalt bit, by the way. That is 100% true. Not only a Patton Oswalt bit, but also 100% true. That it was founded by a dentist.
Trust Patton to bring the truth.
Did you know that Flappers, we do have an official dentist? We never talk about it, but we should talk about it. There's a guy who
Takes
does
care
all
of
the
people?
dental. Yeah, Timothy Poon.
Tell me a little more about this.
He's great. He's
This Poon.
awesome. He has a dental practice on Magnolia Boulevard, and all the Flappers people go to him. If you
Oh.
ever need dental work done, just tell him you
Great.
perform at
Have you
Flappers.
been?
Yeah, I go every 6 months.
Wow, you're actually on the schedule. You go in, you get them cleaned. That's why they have such great teeth.
That's why I got such great chompers.
He's got those poon teeth. That's like something you're not allowed to say. If it was the 1960s, people would say, "What?"
And that's right. It would be frowned upon.
Yeah.
Can I just say, by the way, I just had the greatest bowel movement. I feel like a weight has been lifted.
The poetry of comedy is alive and well here at Breakfast Comedy Club. Tell me a little bit about that. What's that about? So you were under pressure, literally and figuratively, when I
I know. Yeah. Yeah. There was one in the chamber and now it's loose.
was. I noticed you were sipping on a Starbucks. I imagine that played somewhat.
Green tea. I think it acted as a bit of a, the word I'm looking for is not prophylactic. I know that.
No.
The word I'm looking for is laxative. There it is.
Yeah, the word he's not looking for is serial murderer. You're looking for something a completely different word altogether, Josh. To be honest, a laxative, yes. So here,
Serial.
verbal incontinence is another thing that we both suffer from.
You know, my favorite bit in the 90s movies is somebody's like, for a second, I thought you were maybe a serial murderer. And there's that, they do that pause for like 10 seconds
a
and then
little awkward.
laugh. Oh, no.
And then go back to the podcast.
And then kill them.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I miss that. You know, the other one I miss? I was watching, did you remember the movie Sphere? What a great movie.
Yeah, what was it, a big cube?
Um, no, that's Cube.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is Sphere. Cube was they were trapped in a cube. Sphere, they were trapped near a sphere.
Oh, near.
I know, totally different situation. But there's a moment where Dustin Hoffman, towards the end of the movie, it's that thing. I love it. It's the thing where the hero injures this part of their forehead
Yeah.
towards the end of the movie, which means they've been through a lot, but
Oh,
they're
yeah.
still going. But nothing that they're still attractive looking.
Yes.
But it's the one part of the face where they can get a cut.
Yeah.
That shows like they fall off a building and this
Oh,
is
yeah.
you know
Yeah, that's one of the perfect ones. And then the glazed knuckles, still did the knuckles at that point. Oh, he's been down, he's been out, but he's still up, he's still fighting.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
yes those that's my favorite thing
Why did he call it? When just going back to the sphere, because obviously critical conversation to be having at this moment. When you have a sphere, right? Half of a sphere is a hemisphere, right?
I believe so, yes.
But then why don't they call it a demisphere? Because a half divide demi, half God, half human, demi. Why is it hemi? What's the difference? I mean, there should be consistency here with its roots and etymology in Greek.
I mean, I suppose we could ask ChatGPT.
Oh, bro. Are we really okay? I don't want to know, do you? Oh shit, will we? Mm. I will say another thing about the festival, apart from incredible tangential thoughts,
Yes.
is that you've actually I've noticed a little bit of change maybe in the format of this festival from the last year. I thought you might be able to elucidate some of those changes, but one
It's
thing
in
I noticed.
widescreen this time.
Oh, is it? It's
Yeah, it's what letterbox.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you're going to
With
see
the
this.
movie
You're going to see more of the sides, less of the top and bottom, I
so
think.
fit in some of the bigger comedians.
Right. Where Wally Pfister's the cinematographer.
Well, you also have. I've also
Deep cut.
noticed that
Sorry, Wally Pfister.
there's less new comedians and more.
Well, we basically split the festival in half, where we had the first half is headliners,
Yeah.
and the second half is the showcasing comedians. Last year we accepted 300. This year we only accepted 50.
Okay, that's a big
And
change.
yeah, it is, and it was for a
He's getting political now with his. Look how carefully he is with his language. He's trying to navigate this.
well, it was for a variety. It was for a variety of reasons. It is a different energy. I mean, the festival
is.
before it was kind of like a comedian convention.
Yep.
And now it is leaner and meaner.
Yeah,
you know.
meaner. The density laughs per minute.
Yeah.
Consistency has probably gone up.
I should say so.
The
Yeah.
after parties probably not as wild.
Actually, the one we had at Magnolia Corner yesterday was pretty pretty crazy.
The police reports. Yeah, the police reports. That's fun.
But
Helicopters.
and every there's a lot of reasons that go into it, and it's a constant balance. We've had some, we have had some years where we had 200 comedians, some years where we had 400.
Yep.
But this is the first year we've tried not having as many.
Yeah.
And we're just going to see how that goes and see what we like. And, we may go back next year. We may not. I don't know. Next year, we may just have -5 comedians.
Well, that's another way to go. But probably, I don't know if people would buy tickets. I do like this format. I'll tell you, I think it's a stronger team. And as a festival, you're really it's a group effort really as a festival.
Well, I think the positives of it are that we gave folks like George Burns, Leah Bonnema, Dustin Chafin an opportunity to run an hour.
Really?
Yeah, and so they
This
they
year,
did. Yeah, that they
George K. Burns. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see him.
and so they got to run a full hour, where they normally that would not have happened
Amazing.
in previous years.
Huge.
And those were all great shows. Tom Tran also ran his show.
Yeah.
Ken Knapsack ran a show. Peter Murphy ran a show.
Brilliant.
So we
Peter ran a
had
show. What did he do?
he had a bunch of he does a podcast called The Funniest People You've Never Heard of.
Yeah.
And he got a bunch of the folks who've done the podcast to come out and do some spots.
That's great.
And so they've all been really good shows thus far. And so it was an opportunity to vary the programming.
The rise and rise of George K. Burns. He's since I've seen him, he's been great, and I'm always interested to see him getting ahead. Now he's doing an hour.
Yeah.
He's probably been doing that a while. I don't know, but that's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. I keep getting texts, and I don't want to be.
No.
Uh,
That's probably someone saying, "Hey, get Frank to stop talking about."
yeah. But that's just kind of the vibe that we have.
Yeah, life. It's funny. Whenever someone has to check their phone, great idea for the other host not to also check his phone at that exact same time and create.
Do you want to? Let's both do that. Here. Why not? This is the world we live in. I'm sure pretty soon
How many
you're going to watch the news, and both of them are going to be like, "Oh, we're under attack."
Yeah.
And
World War II's kicking off.
and then Cindy's going to do it later.
What
So
if-
we're under attack. We've just been.
This is kind of like cinematic.
Ooh,
Shoulder.
I
It's
like
got a
this.
dirty shoulder.
I like this. What's the scene? Are we?
Two comedians hosting a podcast at a festival where George K. Burns is doing an hour.
So we're gonna do this, but it's got to be more dramatic, right? Because it's more of a.
Okay, let's
Because
see. Situation.
I mean, we could still be two comedians, but it's a dramatic,
I want to do something believable, so it can't be about a woman or you about a woman. So I was gonna say like, what do we? Incredible.
How dare you? Just stabbing me through the heart. Just
No.
stabbing me.
Actually, how is
heart.
dating going? I know you've always been.
It's not. It's nothing. Nothing's happening. How's dating going? I bought some new socks. That's the closest I've been to anything relating to dating. But I don't try. I don't put any I don't put any energy into it, and I take full responsibility for not putting any energy into it. So I don't want this to be I know women don't get me. Yeah, because I never leave my apartment, so how could they get me?
Oh, I think like most things, if you put energy towards it, it works out.
Yes. And I am doing the opposite of that. I'm taking energy out of it.
No, there's a thing called aura out there, and then there's negative aura.
Yes.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, comments below. How much?
Actually, we can probably see if anyone's
Yeah,
watching
that'd be
this.
funny. Yeah.
While we're looking at this, I can just look.
It was nice to see Kyle Kreis. Always nice to see Kyle.
Let's see.
1 second.
So, okay, one person is watching, and I suspect it might be me.
Oh yeah, that's you right now.
We're also not recording this on the camera because I was still dropping footage. But the
Oh,
important thing,
So this is just streaming and then not being recorded.
it's streaming in front of 0 people and not being recorded. So
But-
it is
But all
the
these historic moments.
epitome of masturbation is what's happening right now.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Let's see what I do. Oh, I'm back.
yeah,
I just
But,
want to see it up the shoulder because you were looking very good there with the lighting.
yeah. You think? Let's see how it's sounding. It's streaming in front of 0 Doesn't that sound great?
It's great.
It's so much better than what it was.
Dude, we should sit here with a little lineup of topics, maybe on a board.
All I care about is the sound. All I care about is the sound, and it sounds wonderful.
That's auditive. So you're definitely not visual, I'll tell you that.
Ah, what?
Dude, that's great. That's some movie level stuff. Look at that. Hey, two guys.
Yes, I like it. I like it. I like it.
Well, Josh, I know, if nothing else, I can't believe a year has passed since the 11th. Since the 11th comedy podcast. You know what I mean? I remember when it was the 11th comedy podcast and we were both here sitting down chatting.
Right.
I was more snarky. I think I was under a lot of pressure at the time in my life. But this one, I feel very loose.
You've got a movie that just came out, right?
I mean, at some point, it's probably serotonin levels or a little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, movie just came out July 18th. Guns up.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing little shows on the weekend, and also I've got a nice lady in my life.
Huh? What's her name?
Her name is Melina.
Melina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been going on now about 6-7 months.
Is she also Irish?
No, she's Greek via Switzerland, so she's kind of exotic.
Oh wow.
In
cool.
my brain, at least that's what I tell myself. She thinks she's just Melina, but I secretly see her as a princess.
That's great. From there originally, and then moved here, or of Greek and
came here for showbiz, and
oh, gotcha.
and
Okay.
I bumped into her that way.
But did you bring her once, like recently? Did I
Yeah.
meet her? Okay, I met her.
Just for a split second. Yeah.
Yeah, she was nice.
Yeah, she's lovely. She's real. You know when you meet someone and they've got what's that thing that they don't have in Hollywood? Class. You know when they have. You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with je ne sais quoi.
Should I say? Yeah. Well, they do. Yeah, they don't have that here either. I think you can get it, but it's expensive.
You've got like this Christoph Waltz biting every now and then, like every 5 minutes. There's sort of like, by the way, you're gonna die alone. Anyway, It's.
I don't know why that is. Is that?
I love it. It's fantastic.
me
I think it could be every 2.5 minutes.
Well, yeah, maybe get it down to 6 a minute. Maybe I could have a career.
Just this dark, you're gonna die alone, right? Anyway, here at the festival, and I can't tell if it's a Frank. It feels Irish. It does feel Irish. It feels like there's a definite.
Well, every now and then I remember we have to be. It's comedy, so I have to be funny.
Yes.
And then I think, what's the easiest way to get the funny is undermine the thing with
Just
darkness.
destroy the other person
Yeah.
as much as possible.
But I don't. Oh, it's only because you make these jokes on stage about yourself.
True.
Sort of dating and like all that stuff.
Dating, awful. There's none. Now here's my question: If the amount of people watching was better when the audio was bad, does that mean we have to go back to the bad audio? I don't want to do that.
Oh, for sure, dude. I would, whatever was not working, I would do more of that. I will say what's beautiful about this is the presentation and the audio this year is
Stunning.
It's a lot better, isn't it?
Yes.
And the quality of the playback on this in particular will be really good because he's recording it. But this is literally exists in a moment in time will never be seen again.
That's right.
I like that. I think the video from last year is still up there, dude.
Probably.
Last year was a tough time. People were political last year. People were coming in with fangs out.
And not so much this year.
No, I think everyone's calmed down a bit.
Right.
I think Twitter. What? CIA? I think basically they
Careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
So-
Careful.
I think the social media people have relaxed a little bit. They've come down off that high of
Well, I've got a.
visceral hatred.
I've got nothing on that.
Let's
we
go
can
fear.
talk about Highlander again. I do enjoy a good Highlander conversation. Did you ever? You saw Highlander? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we had that guy in the trench coat with the sword.
Yeah, guy in the trench coat with the sword.
Is he or is he a murderer?
How can he sit down at the game that he was watching with the sword in his trench coat? That's my question. Without it popping, without it sticking up.
As a well-endowed man, I can answer that.
Oh, I see.
I think
The sword can be flaccid. Is that what you're saying?
Can I ask you? Because this is yes. Oh, very small. Can I ask you? This is kind of a frank question, no pun intended. But I am curious, as you are into sci-fi at a level that most people, can't actually fathom. If they, no, put it this way, like it's
I
at a
think-
level where it's like, hey, are you?
There are a lot of there are a lot of people who know way more than I do.
Yeah.
So then I'll post something and then actually da 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 da, and I'm like, all right, stand corrected. But
in
yes, more
in
than
terms of stats and the logic of these shows and all the sci-fi that you've watched, like you would know the universes, the characters, why they're doing the things, their intent, all this stuff.
sure. Like anyone with Highlander, like obviously it is weird that Sean Connery speaks with a Scottish accent, even though the character's name is Ramirez and he's from Spain. However, the argument against that is because he's immortal, he's lived in a lot of different places, and maybe at one point he picked up a Scottish accent that he has since kept and held on to. And we've all come to accept that and be fine with it. Carry
Yes.
on.
No, well, even just the fact that anyone would bring up or reference Highlander is a lot for people.
How could you not? How could you not?
I just want to show that on the spectrum, like some people who are like really far gone, let's say, who are really far down the rabbit hole, don't realize it'd be like me talking about something like you talking about sci-fi.
Mm.
You talk about it at a level of uh um like you should probably be being employed for that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the
Like you
key is
studied
having
it.
nothing else. The key is having no one to talk to at home. That's the key.
Was that actually it?
And then from there, it's just a lot of deep dives. A lot of deep dives.
So were you watching things on repetition, or did you just consume so much over so many years that
So
you picked up a bit?
one of my favorite films of the 20th century, and I believe it's one of the best films of the 20th century, and I am working this into a bit.
Debbie Does Dallas.
Well, I mean, obviously, like clearly, but Highlander 2, Highlander 2, The Quickening. Uh, and my what I love about what I love is that the first Highlander is this whole there's this contest, there could be only one, etc., etc. But they don't explain how or why these guys are immortal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of this mysterious magic thing. And then in the sequel, it's like, okay, they're aliens, and they're from the planet Zaz,
The laziness of
and that's why. That's why they're immortal. And so the aliens on Zaz are watching the main guy, and they're like, "Well, we can't. We're tired of this. It's been 5,000 years. We're gonna randomly show up again and try to get muscle in." And so they send them from Zaz. I believe it was called Zaz, maybe
Yeah.
Zeitz.
Oh yeah. Well, either way.
So then they came up with they re-edited it like 20 years later, and they call it the Renegade version, where they got rid of the alien subplot, and they're just now immortals from the past sending people into the future.
Yeah. Which is a great concept.
Sure, but so it's, even though it's in the past, I think before human history, somehow they have scarves. It's very confusing.
I honestly think that people were very tolerant back then, and they just like. Do you remember? Well, not Back to the Future is one, but there was
Yeah.
also Doctor Who. Did you ever get into
Do
Doctor?
I remember Doctor? Do I?
Doctor Who, dude. Doctor Who was, when I look at it now, I can't believe as a child I was completely captivated by the Daleks. Now I look at it and they've almost animated too much. They've done so much CGI.
Yeah, it was better when they were crap.
It's better when it was crap because it left your imagination. It meant your mind was working on it over time to build the story or whatever.
No, I 100%, like, I miss being able to watch these things as if I were 4 or 5 years old, because
Yeah.
you don't. I didn't see the flaws, but now when I watch it as an adult, I'm like, there's a string, there's a matte painting, there's a blah blah blah. But conversely,
Yeah.
conversely,
There's literally sometimes you can see the feet underneath the Dalek moving along.
yeah. Conversely, I was watching the first episode of Alien Earth, and it's top of the line special effects.
Yeah.
With the spaceship flying by, and it looks great, and it's like, it looks as good as anything you'll see in a movie today, and yet there's a part of me that's like, it's computer generated.
Yeah. Yes. Star Trek hit that sweet spot, I think, where it felt like you could live in that ship. I always thought it was cozy. I wouldn't mind living in that. I wouldn't mind living in
You must be talking about
The
the next
Enterprise.
generation.
the Enterprise.
The carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was nice. Swanky. Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
It felt psychologically warm and friendly. And I liked the value system of all the people there, and they all had to work together. It felt like a community. Now, then we segued into the show Bum Fights, which was quite a dramatic.
Wait, what?
Well, it just went from Star Trek, which was super wholesome,
Right.
like in values, and like we're going around.
Did you
the
say
world.
bum fights?
Yeah, they had the homeless people fighting each other for money, and then Dr. Phil comes out and he's got leprechauns, or what do you call them? Small people.
I am so confused right now. What are we talking about?
I'm saying that the deterioration of entertainment after Star Trek Next Generation has been
You mean
monumental.
reality TV?
Yeah, it just segued into reality TV.
I thought there was a show called
There was.
Bum
Oh, there really
Fights.
was. You don't know about that. That's how wholesome you are. Yes. Literally, where they paid homeless people to fight each other. It was called bum fights. Dr. Phil had him on.
Oh, really?
This is true, no joke. So I'm just saying we segued from this intergalactic
Well, yeah,
fanfare to humanity's moral code
yeah.
to people fighting each other in the streets for money and people lapping it up. So somewhere in the middle is you didn't know about this, so you thought I was joking. No,
No,
some torturous asshole did that
yeah,
to some
crazy,
people.
crazy.
Uh,
You know what? Well, I think we're
Interesting.
gonna wrap up,
Don't you think we did
and
great?
yeah, and if we have more comics,
Yeah.
we'll pick this up. But let me tell you something. Let me
Sure.
tell you what I'm proud of.
Wow.
It sounds great.
The sound is great. Can I ask you one thing? I always want to know why are spaceships? Is there like why are they so big when there's usually one or two people?
I don't know.
Have you any thoughts on that?
They've actually had videos about how the ship in Star Trek: The Next Generation is way too big for the number of people on the ship, and they're like, there would be so many empty rooms.
Right.
It's
It's
like
hard enough to get someone
like
to
a
fly. Why
like
do
a
you want
ski resort in the summer. Just kind of weird.
It's like the spruce goose up there. It's so big. Do you
Yes.
remember? Like aerofoil it with the going.
But this is great. I'm gonna go press the stop button, and so you do an outro.
Okay. Thank you for joining us here on the live podcast at the 12th annual Burbank Comedy Festival here in downtown Burbank. I've been your host, Francis Cronin.